It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe and Carrie.
You can listen to us on the K92.3 app and on this podcast.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Wednesday. We hope you've had a great start to your work week so far, as we are in the middle, finally. As Carrie, you know what I always say? After today, we get to sprint downhill towards the weekend.
Yeah.
You get to do some camping, enjoy some live tunes, and try to keep as many mosquitoes out of your tent as possible.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I completely forgot about mosquitoes.
You know, just in case, there is also a spray you're supposed to spray on your tent that helps keep it waterproof.
Why can't the tents just be waterproof? Why do I have to get a stupid spray?
I don't think you necessarily have to have the spray. They are waterproof. I'm sure it's just a great thing to blow money on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But some people would argue they do work.
Okay, so do I have to get mosquito spray too?
Well, you should be bringing bug spray, yeah.
Bug spray can work on mosquitoes too, right? There's no specific spray I need to get for just mosquitoes? This is a genuine question. This is not a dumb question. I'm asking.
Well,
there's no mosquito.
There's different sprays for different bugs, but for the most part, you'll be good with just DEET.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. That's all.
As long as there's DEET in it.
Okay.
But there is different sprays for different bugs. So I'm not saying it's a dumb question, but it's just get some spray. I don't know.
Okay. Gabe, you're like an older brother to me. I am looking to you, asking for advice about this whole camping situation.
See, you should wear mosquito or bug spray or what have you. I just never do. So.
Yeah, because you're indestructible.
Well, I might spray some on my hat, but...
Okay.
All right. We've got Luke Combs, Cole Swindell, and Drew Baldridge coming up. It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we've got the 5-second rule game to try to warm up the brainstems here today. Carrie, what are 3 things you could do to prevent getting bitten by mosquitoes?
Stay indoors. Put on bug spray.
Yeah.
What's another way you can avoid mosquitoes? Stay away of still water. Stay away from still water.
Sure.
You've heard of that, right?
Yes.
That's a real thing, right?
Yeah. I think I told you that.
No, I think I knew it before, but I think, okay.
It was in an article I wrote.
Okay.
Also, you could wear long sleeves, wear long pants.
Okay. Look at you. Tell me what to wear. Gabriel.
I think that was more of a suggestion on how to not get bitten by mosquitoes.
Gabe, can you name 3 deserts?
The Sahara, the Mojave, and all of Australia.
There we go. There's
got to be something called the Australian desert, right?
The Kangaroo Desert.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. The Keith Urban Memorial Desert.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Hey.
Focus.
Buddy, look at me. Focus.
All right. Carrie, what are 3 different types or breeds of cat?
The Maine Coon. I know that's one.
That's the first one. I love it. That's great.
A tabby and a Siamese cat.
Beautiful.
Gabe, can you name 3 types of pets that aren't a cat or a dog?
An iguana.
Okay.
An alligator. Prove me wrong. I saw it on the internet. There's a guy in England who has one. Strangely enough.
Is it a big alligator or a teeny tiny?
No, he's got and it has its own crawling area and pool.
Yeah, he's gonna be eaten by that alligator one day.
And then there are tons of people with pet snakes, which, no disrespect to the snake community, but those terrify me.
You didn't even name a gerbil?
Nope.
Or a mouse?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. All right, Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, I want you to name 3 different types of medals you can win.
Gold, silver, and bronze.
That would be very solid, I think.
There we go. Gabe, can you name 3 lesser-known Olympic events?
3 lesser-known Olympic events.
Yeah. We're not talking gymnastics. We're not talking...
what are the heavy hitters? I guess I would need to know.
Gymnastics.
What about a biathlon?
I'll accept that.
I think that's the one where you ski and shoot the targets, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Archery. Sequestrian.
What is sequestrian?
It's where you take the horse and you ride it through this kind of maze.
Isn't that just equestrian?
Oh, is it equestrian? Did I say it wrong?
Sequester is where you have to sequester off. You have to
Then equestrian. The one where you take the horse and you go through the maze, the course, and you got to jump over the deals.
I'm going to have to look into that sequestrian.
Look that up for me. I don't know
will.
what that means.
Okay.
Equestrian, sorry.
Sequestration is the act of sequestering or the state of being sequestered.
There's nothing worse than a word using the word in it for the definition.
I agree,
so
but it means like withdrawal into seclusion or
that
retirement.
helps me none.
Did the second one help you?
Yeah, kind of.
I can say it
So
again.
you like retire?
I can say it again if you don't talk over me. Withdrawal into
I
seclusion
think
or
we need
retirement.
to sequester this break.
I think we do too.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we want to know, are you someone who you're cool with leaving a concert early? Maybe you leave a ball game a little bit early to beat traffic. Or are you know what? You spent your $40, $60, $100, $200 for this thing. You're getting all of your money's worth.
Yeah.
Let us know either on Facebook or the K92.3 app. What about you, Miss Kerry?
I completely forgot about the whole cost of it, you know? Like, depending on if the concert was like maybe like $15, $20, I might skip out a little bit early. Or if it was like hundreds of dollars, then I would stick around.
Oh, forgot about the cost of it. What, we getting a lot of tickets here at the radio station or what over the past year?
No, I just forgot to take into account the cost of it, you know, when you're going to an event, you know,
Sure.
when you're going to a concert. But each year that passes, as more wrinkles appear on my face, as more gray hairs sprout from my head, I am the person who will immediately say, hey, guys, the team's not doing well. Or hey, guys, we heard all the songs we wanted to hear.
Right.
I say we scoodle our caboodles and get out of here.
Okay.
Because that feeling when you are in the parking lot and you're like the only one there because you left a few minutes early, and then you see from like the highway or something, everyone like flooding out.
All right.
It feels so good.
Sure.
It really does hit. And there's just no feeling like it than like getting home at a reasonable hour,
Sure.
laying your weary head down. Man, I'm boring.
Okay.
Gabe, what about you, man?
For me, it's just kind of a vibe. I feel like there are some times where like, you know what? I kind of saw what I needed to see. I'm ready to kind of go. I've done both, you know. Thank goodness for a Vikings game. My wife talked us into not leaving early.
Yeah.
Because we got to watch. We actually wrote about this on the K92.3 app last season. Yeah, last year. Or 2 years ago, doesn't matter. But the Minnesota Vikings made the greatest comeback in NFL history.
I remember that.
And Corey and I got to see it. Yeah. They were down 33-0 at halftime. And I was like, well, we didn't pay for the tickets. Now, it's kind of rude to leave a thing early that you got tickets for as a gift. But what they don't know doesn't hurt them. You know,
Exactly.
whatever. Who cares? I was like, well, we could just like go across the street to a bar and get some food that isn't $40.
Yeah.
And, you know, drinks that aren't $12 a piece and just have lunch and watch the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But she had never been to US Bank Stadium. So we just kind of walked around and like looked at some of the stuff that's
Yeah.
in there. And eventually they mounted a comeback and we saw the greatest comeback in NFL history. So it just kind of depends on the vibe. Sports, I'm a little more inclined to stick around for because you never know about the what if. Concerts, I'm a little more inclined to leave earlier, I'd say, especially when you've heard the songs you want to hear. And if it's a band or something you don't maybe necessarily know very well, and everything's starting to kind of sound the same, you know, you're kind of like, all right, well, I saw what I had to see.
Yeah, I can bounce. That reminded me a few years back, right after the Field of Dreams game, I went to Chicago with a friend. And we went to go see a White Sox versus Yankees game, and the Yankees were stinking. Let me tell you, it's just like this season how they've been stinking.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I traveled from Iowa today. You traveled from Michigan. Let's go back to our hotel. We'll chill out, and then we'll, you know, have some fun in the morning. We'll do something there. So we left, and I spent a few extra minutes in the car for some reason, and I turned on the radio, and like Aaron Judge was just hitting homers out of the park. He was just killing it. They came back and they ended up winning the game. And I was so angry that I missed it because it was I think one of the best games of the season. And it was right after the Field of Dreams game. So everyone was like, you know, super stoked to be there.
Sure.
And I learned, depending on what happens, you got to stick around for the sports, but the concerts, I think you don't have to stay.
Sure. All right. Well, let us know what you think. Message us on the K92.3 app or Facebook. You know, are you someone who's cool with leaving a little bit early, or are you sticking around for the entire thing? It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe, Glenn, and Carrie Mack. Happy Wednesday, 72 and cloudy. We do have another kind of warm day today, sort of a bit like yesterday in some areas, and maybe saw a little bit of rain at some point yesterday. But kind of depending on where you're listening from, today should be pretty sunny.
Yeah.
For the most part. Sunshine and 89.
That's going to be rough for anyone who's walking their dogs, as Gabe was telling me.
That's right. You know, there's nothing worse than rain and then sunny and 90.
Yeah, it's rough.
When it comes to the dog walking, because you don't really want to walk your dog in the rain. I mean, you can, but I don't. Mm-hmm. And then, walking the dog in 90 is... that's hot for them. That is warm.
It's hot for them. It's hot for me. That's why right. I don't have a dog. That's why I don't have a dog.
That's right. I do have an update on the Olympic Games Paris 2024 medal count, Miss Carrie.
Oh, my gosh. It was so good yesterday. I was watching.
And the United States currently, at least as of now, you never know because they're like 7 hours ahead over there.
Yeah.
If something happened or is currently happening. But right now, in total medal count, America would be in first for the amount. As far as gold medals, we are in seventh. We have four gold medals, 11 silver, and 11 bronze, which, as I said, total is actually kind of in first by a lot. Mm-hmm. The second closest would be France with 20. But as far as golds, we are 3 behind China, who is in first.
Okay.
But overall, we're doing pretty solid as far as total medal count.
We're doing pretty solid. I know yesterday was like a historic day for the women's rugby team. They ended up medaling. They got a bronze medal.
Nice.
And they became the first rugby team from America, either men or women, to medal in the event. So kudos to them. I follow one of the girls on TikTok. She is so cool. And I'm just so happy for them. I'm just so happy for like women in sports right now. It's a really cool moment.
That's right. That was the same thing in gymnastics. The ladies got another gold, if I saw the article correct.
They got a gold.
Yeah, and the men's gymnastics team got like a bronze, which is the first medal for United States men's gymnastics in ever, basically.
Yeah.
So not in ever, but so just kind of a lot of cool storylines going through with the Olympics, actually, which is kind of fun to follow. I've watched more Olympics this year than ever.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Thank you, Peacock.
Woo!
Because they always have something on there.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I really love the moment where Suni Lee and Simone Biles went up to each other and they're like, as soon as they found out they medaled, they were like, this is the TikTok video I want to make. That's girlhood at its finest.
On the way, Jordan Davis is coming up, and then your Nashville news on the K-Country Morning Show.
It's the K-Country Morning Show on K92.3, and it's time for your Nashville News Minute. Jelly Roll's life needs to be made into a book or a movie, I swear. Luckily,
I'm waiting for that biopic.
Yeah, that's going to be so wild to watch. Luckily, we get snippets of it in song form, but the journey this man has been through is pretty impressive. This is kind of a full circle moment. Jelly Roll, an ex-convict, is now Jelly Roll, a deputy sheriff. He was sworn in with the oath of office by an officer in Michigan named Sheriff Swanson. He said, this is the real deal. You walk into any facility, you can tell them you're a deputy sheriff from Genesee County. And when Jelly Roll was presented with his badge and official sheriff ID, he only had one thing to say, quote, from convict to deputy. That sounds like a really
That's
cool
actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of badass, as you would say.
Elvis, like a deputy or something, or Shaq or something like that too.
I don't know. All I know is I was given one of those like little stickers from the UNI police that said, junior deputy. I don't think that holds the same weight.
Wow, there's a lot of celebrities actually who have donned the badge and uniform. I'm sure it's not even compared to the people who do it every day, but there are a few celebrities who've kind of gotten that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Jelly?
Yeah, Jelly has been working closely with Sheriff Swanson for some time, supporting their Ignite program, which encourages inmates to get their GED while incarcerated. You can read more about this on the K92.3 app.
Without seeing it in person, it's a little tough to make a judgment over Snapchat.
Yeah.
But over Snapchat, it looks great.
I will also, maybe today or tomorrow, need to drop by your house to set up the tent because I haven't done that yet. So is there a time we'll have to talk off the air? That's okay for me to do that?
Well, tomorrow might be rough. I have to do some work for a different part of the building tomorrow. Yeah, later on in the evening.
And I got stuff to do today. Dang. Imagine I just get there and I'm like, I don't know how to put this up.
I watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, you can...
Setting up a tent, Open heart surgery. Yeah, you got
You
it.
probably do both of those after watching a simple, like 5-part YouTube series.
So that's so insulting to people who actually know how to do open heart surgery. So I do apologize.
Well,
but I do think I'm skilled enough to do
Well,
it.
Gabe, the good thing is, I don't think.
Hopefully it never happens.
People with open heart surgery are listening to our program. Not with who can perform it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's so insulting. I apologize.
But when you smile and then you say I apologize, it doesn't seem sincere.
Well, it's just so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I can't, but with YouTube, I'm convinced you can do everything.
Well, I'm convinced that we are going to be giving you a chance to win some tickets today.
That's right. That we know.
Yes.
That we know how to do.
Exactly. That's the one
Experts.
thing. You don't need a YouTube tutorial for that one. Brett Young is coming to the Iowa State Fair. We'll be hooking you up with tickets for that in a few minutes.
That's right. Blake Shelton, Nate Smith, Miranda Lambert. Mostly cloudy now, but by the afternoon, we should have some sunshine. We shouldn't have to deal with really any clouds or any rain. Maybe, I guess, partly sunny, according to my good old phone. But you should have a pretty solid day today, and it will be plenty warm. So. It's the K-Country Morning Show, and we have been doing a lot of this as of late, and we want to continue doing this, and that's giving you a chance to go see some live tunes, especially at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. The Iowa State Fair kicks off on August 8th, and it goes on for from August 8th to the 18th, I believe. And there are some great shows going on. We gave you a chance to win tickets to another artist earlier last week, and today we're giving you a chance to win tickets to Brett Young, who is coming to the Iowa State Fair on Monday, August 12th. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe last week it was Thomas Rhett.
There we go.
Yep.
I was blanking, so
Hey, I got you.
I was going kind
That's
of vague.
Batman and Robin right there.
There we go, Batman and Robin. We got it. Na 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 na. The K Country Morning Show. Okay, so Young, Iowa State Fair. Well,
you let that whole bit rip. All right, I appreciate it.
I almost ran out of breath. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you two celebrities, and you have to tell us which one is younger.
Oh, that's right.
Pretty easy.
Brett Young or old.
Yeah, so just tell us which of the artists is younger, and you'll be going to the Iowa State Fair to see Brett Young August 12th. And just a heads up, we said this last week. We're going to say it again. These tickets are not to get into the fair. These are to get into the concert.
That's right. So you do have to find your way on into the fair if that's going to be difficult or you won't be able to do it. I guess we just kind of ask you to let someone else win who can. So
exactly.
Once you're in the fair, we've got you covered. To get into the fair, you'll need your own fare.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought you'd like that.
Man, fist bump. Oh, there we go. Man.
Right.
So caller number 9, you'll get a shot at playing Brett Young or old for tickets to the Iowa State Fair Monday, August 12th.
All right. What magical caller are you thinking you want today, Carrie?
Caller number 9.
833-4985. Let's do it. Good luck. It's the K-Country Morning Show. Who's this?
Rick?
Rick, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Where are you calling from, Rick?
Maynard?
Okay. Rick, can I ask you one more question? Do you have a little audience around you putting the pressure on you to potentially win some tickets to go see Brett Young?
No.
All right. Well, you're caller
Driving
number
to work.
9.
Woo, and you said your name was Rick, right? For some reason, I thought I heard
Right.
Brick.
Okay, Rick, yeah.
Right, R-I-C-K.
Yep,
Okay, cool.
right
cool,
on,
cool.
okay.
Yeah, I'm like the Starbucks baristas of morning show people, so it's kind of rough for me sometimes.
No problem.
So Rick, not Brick, we're gonna give you two celebrities, and you just have to tell us which one is younger. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. The very first one, Brett Young. That's celebrity, Brett Young. The next one is Willie Nelson. Who's younger?
Brett Young.
Wait, hold on. No. I gotta check the files. Gotta check the info. Brett Young is 43, and Willie Nelson is old as dirt. So you got it.
I didn't know who you were going to
Perfect.
pick today.
Just a wild guess.
Well, congratulations, Rick. We hope you have a great day. You know, Brick is the name of a character in Anchorman.
And it's a name of a character from the middle. Great show.
Oh,
Great
man.
show.
There you go.
Well, congratulations. We hope you enjoy the show, man, and enjoy the Iowa State Fair.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Miss Carrie Mack. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to go ahead and let you get it off your chest today. A little irks your nerves, excuse me. A game I need to try to be better at a little bit, Carrie.
Because, Gabe, I don't know what it is. When I vent to you and I tell you about my problem, you're like, you could do this, this, and this. I'm like, Gabe, I know I could fix it, but let me tell you, let me just get it off my chest.
I know.
I just need to speak with
need
my
to be
whole
better.
chest. Yes.
Sure, you need to just get it out.
And you need to support me. If I say,
well, I can't just blindly support you.
that's the point of the game.
Oh, that's the real game is, can I do this?
Yes. Because
okay.
if you listen back to some of our old shows on the K92.3 app on the podcast, you'll see how great I am at supporting Gabe during this segment. Like, you go, you complain.
Yeah.
But then once I start complaining, once I start venting, you're like, Carrie, that's kind of your fault. That's, XYZ, all that stuff.
Okay. All right, I'll try to do better.
Okay.
Okay, what irks your nerves this week?
Well, this one is actually my fault. So...
Okay. So you.
Yes. No, well, partly. I went to a store yesterday. A store where you can get clothes, food, electronics. I'm not going to name names. I went to one of those stores. I did some last minute shopping for my camping trip this weekend. Got a cool cooler and got a very cute outfit.
Okay.
Very excited about the outfit.
Cute camping outfit.
Yeah. Well, it's for the festival.
Sure.
It's a cute fit. I got some cute little cotton shorts for to sleep in or to maybe wear because they're kind of breathable. And I was very excited about this outfit. I went home, tried them on, and I was like, what is this thing on the side? Every single one of the shopping tags thing.
Yep.
The security tags. They were smack dab on them.
Oh, did you have to bring them back and ask them to remove them?
I didn't bring them back yet because it was 6 o'clock. And I was like, I'm too tired for this. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And
okay.
This could have been avoided because I went to self-checkout.
Sure.
And I did this. So it just irks my nerves that I didn't see the fact that there were security tags on them or even think to ask an associate to help me out.
Sure.
I was so distracted. I should have done better. But it's so annoying.
I find it kind of interesting the security tags didn't set off like a doodle-doodle as you were walking out of the store.
Well, as I was walking out, I heard the alarm going off.
No!
And I was like, man, someone's stealing. What's going on?
And you obviously did not steal them, but you had the joint on there, the security thing.
Yeah, and the worst part of this is I was chewing gum. And I spit out my gum into the receipt.
Oh, nice.
So the receipt's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm just on operating on a hope and a wish that they'll be able to take the security tags off.
Well, you could bring the receipt in there and just be like, hey, sorry, there's gum, but did you pay with card?
It's thrown out. Yeah, it's paid with card.
Oh, then you're good. Yeah,
there we go.
I paid with a card. They can look it up.
Yeah, but I'm just annoyed that the security tags are still a thing, and I tried to take them off.
Sure.
But then I got nervous because the way I was raised, when you take the security tag off, ink blot comes all over the clothes. That's what I assume happens.
Okay.
But, I didn't know. So I was like, I'm not going to mess with this. But security tags are irking my nerves right now.
All right.
Driving me nuts, getting under my skin.
I could see why that would be a bit irritating, yeah.
Yeah. So I have to go all the way back.
Right.
And get them taken off.
The 5-10 minute car ride. I know.
It's all...
There's nothing worse, to be honest.
Yes, exactly. And I didn't realize that all of the clothes I bought had the security tags on them because I went through self-checkout. So
there's nothing. Yeah, I've ran into PetSmart to get dog food before. Get there and realize, oh, darn, my wallet's in my backpack that I bring to work every single day. It's going to be real tough paying for these without that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do have the phone pay. But
a lot of them
But
do,
I don't think I have it set up on my phone. I don't think I know how. So I had to go all the way back. I've done that a million times. It's the worst.
It's rough. It's rough being me, but security tags are irking my nerves, getting under my skin. So, Gabe, what's bothering you
Do you know the worst thing in the world?
Tell me. Poverty, homelessness, hunger.
None of that holds a candle.
Okay.
To when you have on a new pair of socks, right?
Yeah.
They're either relatively new, they're brand new, or they just came out of the dryer. They're soft and warm. Yeah. You're floating on a cloud. You feel like you won the lottery this morning.
They're fresh.
And then you're walking around in the morning before going to work, and your sweet, beautiful, almost 1-year-old dog who only gets about half of the water in her mouth when she drinks it, kind of drops some on the floor, and you step right in a puddle of water. There is nothing worse than wet socks or a wet behind. If you're at a football game or out hunting or whatever, and your tushy gets wet, nothing worse. The only thing that comes close is wet socks. Now, thankfully, I was at home and I was able to just kind of put on a different pair of socks.
You're a hero.
But had I been out in the elements, out in the environment, on my way to work and step in a puddle with your shoes and your socks are drenched, there is nothing worse. You go from a 10 to an immediate 5. It's not that big of a deal, but it does put a little oomph in your irritation.
Exactly. And the worst part is, like, I remember last year I went to a concert and I parked really far back and I ended up like stepping in a puddle,
It's
a
the
huge
worst.
puddle up to my knee, and I had to drive home in like these dirty socks. My toes were so shriveled up and itchy.
It's gross.
Oh my gosh.
They stink. It's terrible.
Ugh.
All right, what irks your nerves? We want to hear from you today on the K Country Morning Show. Get it off your chest. Security tags, which obviously serve a great purpose, but
do?
when they arrive at your house, it's a bit irritating.
Ugh.
And, walking around with a wet sock, absolutely the worst. It's the K Country Morning Show. What irks your nerves on this Wednesday? Get it off your chest. It's the middle of the work week. It's time to vent for a couple seconds, even if it only makes you, or it's time to vent to make you feel better, even if it only takes a couple of seconds. I kind of said that backwards.
There we go. It's all good. It's all good. And we have quite a few comments on Facebook. Thank you for chiming in. We know everyone's a little bit irked on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the work week.
It's hot. It's cloudy, maybe partly sunny, depending on where you're listening from,
Yes.
but others it might be cloudy.
Yeah, let's take the wind out of those angry sails right now. Suzanne said, people who don't use their blinker.
Sure.
Ooh, that irks my nerves
It's
too.
just so I mean, it truly is
It's
so
one
simple.
little, not even a button. You just go, boop.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like an inch worth of work.
Not
it might be.
even.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I understand everyone, like, oh, you're like a last minute turn and you forget. Like, hey, we're all human. It happens once in a while. But the fact that it happens all the time in Iowa drives me nuts. Natalie said, people that talk just to talk. Don't know any of those guys.
Yeah,
Moving on.
those guys stink.
So, Gabe, let me tell you
how was your
about
day?
that rash I have. Elizabeth said, when you buy fruit and the middle of the package is full of mold.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that would be it, especially if you don't realize until you get home.
Yes.
Yuck.
I went to a Trader Joe's once and they saw that like the tomatoes I got had some mold in them and I
Sure.
didn't even see it. So they brought me a new one. So nice.
Oh, that's actually very sweet.
Very sweet. Amber, people who don't put away their shopping cart.
That is also, we've gone into entire bits about that on this show.
You're a sociopath.
I timed how much extra work it is on average. And on average, I mean, I did it once and had a timer.
Yeah.
How long it takes to put a cart back. It's about 12 to 15 seconds.
Let's
on
try to be a little
average.
bit better.
Yeah.
Can we try to be a bit better? Mm-hmm. Eric said people who talk on speakerphone in public.
Yeah, I don't know if that like bothers me that much, but it does make me feel cringy that I'm in on a conversation I feel like I shouldn't be.
Yeah, there's one thing, like when I go shopping, I like to call my friend, like my sister, my parents, like someone to talk to while I'm doing that. That's fine, like if you're doing that, but if you can hear both sides of the conversation. Also, I get so self-conscious when I do it, so I like lower my voice a little bit.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Missy said people who do not pull over for emergency personnel happens more times than not.
Yeah, that's another one I've not understood. Now there could be an instance where it is like very hard. Maybe you kind of heard them last minute, which can happen, and it's hard to completely pull over and stop.
Yeah.
But at the very least, if you can't move over, stop or make sure you're just kind of out of their way. You never have a clue where they have to go, when they have to speed up, if they gotta slam on their brakes or flip a UE, whatever the case may be.
For sure.
So anything to make that easier, you're more than 9 times out of 10 capable of doing.
Exactly. Keep chiming in on Facebook, K92.3 Waterloo. What's irking your nerves? The warm weather for what it is before, it takes a turn this winter. So just trying to take each day by day, brother.
That's right. I'm trying to look up what the weather will be like on your camping trip, and I do think you should have some sunshine.
Okay.
So I'll have to check out the exact location, which we don't need to share right now,
Yeah.
and we'll do a little prep work for that.
Okay, there we go. I am just so excited because the entire weekend I'm going to be sending you videos of me camping.
We've got Dirks Bentley, Kane Brown, Luke Combs. Also on the way this hour, you have a chance to win some Iowa Irish Fest tickets. Plus, you have a chance to win some more tickets at about 8:30-ish.
Yeah, that's going to be for Clint Black in Cedar Rapids. We found a 4-pack of tickets, and we're going to give you a chance to win them.
Yes, and there are some interesting things about the tickets, right? So the Iowa Irish Fest tickets. We do just want to put this out there that you will have to be able to pick those tickets up from the office. If you cannot pick them up, they're essentially going to waste. So if you can't, maybe we just kind of ask you let someone else win who can pick them up from our Cedar Falls office for sure.
Exactly. But if you're going to Iowa Irish Fest and you're in the Cedar Valley, you're going to Waterloo anyway, just drop by Cedar Falls.
Yeah, and we'll have some more detail. It's the K Country Morning Show, Iowa Irish Fest. I don't know why.
It's tough to say.
Yeah, the way I almost slurred over that, you'd think I was hitting a bottle of tequila.
You'd think that you were already at Iowa Irish Fest.
I know. Iowa Irish Fest is going down Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we want to send you.
Yeah, it's going on in Waterloo, one of the biggest celebrations of Irish culture in the Midwest, and it's one of the biggest events in Waterloo. It's great thing. The community gets together from Waterloo, Cedar Falls. Everyone is involved in this. There are so many hardworking volunteers and people who are on committees who are working to make sure this event goes off really well. And we want to hook you up with a 4-pack of tickets to this event that's going on this weekend. But there is a bit of a heads up because it's so close to the actual event. If you end up being our winner, we'll give you information on where you can pick those tickets up.
Yes, we cannot send these in the mail. So if you do win, you will need to pick them up. If for some reason you can't, or that doesn't work out for you, or it's too far, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
We just kind of ask you let someone who will be able to use them win them. Or if you're, willing to pick them up, then of course you can obviously win.
Exactly. And the good thing about this is the event goes on in Waterloo. The place we're going to tell you to pick them up, our office is in Cedar Falls.
Right.
Very convenient.
Yes, works out very well. All right, Carrie, let's do our magic number caller, and I'm ready for you.
Okay, caller number... I think we should just
Can you do it in the accent?
Which accent?
Your Irish accent.
Okay. Hold on. I got to get back into it.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan.
There you go.
Guinness. The look of the Irish. Okay, lucky caller number 9. You will be our winner today.
I love it. 833
4985. Call us up now, brother.
833-4985. Good luck. It's the K Country Morning Show. Who's this?
Sarah.
Sarah, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Where are you calling from, Sarah?
Waterloo.
Well, that's
That's
beautiful.
very convenient.
That's also very convenient for you being caller number 9.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to Iowa Irish Fest before?
I usually don't miss it.
Oh, we
that's
love that.
good. What's your favorite thing about Iowa Irish Fest?
Oh, oof. Everything. The entertainment is great.
Yeah,
Yes, it
they
is.
always bring in great bands. And Sarah, I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
So, the way you spell Sarah, is there an H at the end or no H?
No H. I'm Sarah, not Sarah.
I can't remember which one you like or don't like, Carrie.
I don't, but I feel like every single Sarah has an opinion about the other spellings of Sarah.
Like we just heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, congratulations. We're glad you get to go to Iowa Irish Fest again, and we're even more happy you get to go with a 4-pack of tickets. Bring your friends and family. You have a great rest of your day, Sarah, and enjoy the festival.
Thank you.
It's K92.3. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glenn and Carrie Mack, and it is the hour of winners. I would like to refer to this as, Miss Carrie.
Winner, chicken dinners.
That's right. Winner, Clint Black tickets.
That doesn't roll off the tongue as well, but the prize is still pretty cool.
You're right. That one, I'll work on my game
Yeah,
next
please
time.
workshop that. But that is going on tomorrow in Cedar Rapids. We're hooking you up with a 4-pack of tickets to Clint Black's show at the McGrath Amphitheater. It's always a great show there.
And yeah, very, very cool place for sure.
Very cool
And
venue.
One of the best parts about these tickets is we will be able to transfer these to you via your phone. So you should have them, a few minutes or maybe within the hour after you are the winner. We just got to pass information on. So you don't have to worry about the tickets. If you can make it to the show tomorrow, once again, Cedar Rapids McGrath Amphitheater, we want you right now. Caller number 9.
Exactly. Thursday is a great night for concerts, and there are so many good restaurants in Cedar Rapids.
Plenty of places,
especially
to check out.
right by the McGrath Amphitheater. So you will have such a great time, you and like 3 of your friends or 3 of your worst enemies. We don't care who you bring. We just want you to have a good time.
Well, that's right, Carrie. That's the old saying, keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
You bring them along so they're like, hey, oh my gosh, you're such a cool person. You're friends with the radio station.
Killing them with kindness.
Exactly. And then you just trip them.
833
Just trip them at the McGrath Amphitheater.
833-4985. Caller number 9. Good luck. It's the K Country Morning Show. Who's this? All right. K Country Morning Show. Who's this?
Becca.
Becca. How you doing today?
Good.
Well, that's great to hear. Becca, I do have some interesting news for you. You are caller number 10, but caller number 9 happened to hang up on me, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the tickets.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Congratulations to you. You get to go see Clint Black tomorrow.
All right, awesome.
Right on. Who do you think you're going to be bringing with you? You have a 4-pack.
Well, probably my wife. I don't know who else, though.
Okay, right on.
on.
Do you think you're going to have to potentially give work a little heads up? Hey, Friday, I'm going to be useless to the world. Or will you be all right to go to work tomorrow?
I'll be all right.
All right. Or on Friday, excuse me.
There we go.
Congratulations. We hope you enjoy the show. And make sure you tell everyone Gabe and Carrie from the K Country Morning Show are your favorite of all time.
Okay, thank you.
How about you wear a shirt with a picture of our face on it?
Gabe.
Okay.
Becca doesn't have time for that.
I don't have time to make one of those up.
It's K92.3, and this is Gabe Glidden with Miss Carrie Mack from the K Country Morning Show. And it is 9:02, Carrie. 73, partly sunny, and it should be plenty warm for us today with a high
baby.
of 89. So just be mindful of that. If you work outside, make sure you're getting your electrolytes, your Agua, your Gatorade, Powerade, whatever your choice of electrolyte fill. And, just be mindful of your animals if they spend a lot of time outside.
Exactly. So I am going camping this weekend, and I bought so much Gatorade.
Let's go.
And I got a cooler so I could put them in there, and I froze some of the Gatorades, so it's going to keep nice and cool.
I'm kind of proud of you in a sense here. There are so many tiny little goofy, like not big things that I love and get excited about. And you being excited about a cooler is pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a sign of being an adult when you have your own cooler. My parents had their cooler and we used it for years. I remember every single trip, every single vacation, but now I
have the power.
I
you
have
the
my
cooler.
own cooler. I get to pick the snacks, Gabriel. I get to pick them.
It's K92.3 and we've all done it, or maybe you've never done it. I guess that's what we're trying to figure out this morning. Are you someone who you're going to a game and, sadly the Hawkeyes are getting blown out or the Cyclones are up 40 at half, whatever the case may be. The game really isn't that great in the last 10, 15 minutes because the score is so lopsided.
Yes.
Or maybe you're going to see some type of band and you kind of saw all the songs or heard all the songs you wanted to hear. Maybe you're not like super interested in the band and you're kind of just okay with skedaddling early. We want to know, this morning, are you someone who leaves concerts 5-10 minutes early, or are you no matter what sticking around because you never know what could happen?
Yeah, I used to be the person who was like, hey, I'm staying until the encore and then I'm leaving. And then I'm going to scoodle my caboodle out of here. I'm going to beat traffic, make sure I, get home safely. But honestly, after talking about it and thinking about it, I'm changing my tune a bit. Okay. Because
I should probably turn that on. Sorry. Okay.
I have a tendency to to be a little overeager with leaving.
Okay.
And then I remember last year I went to go see Zach Bryan, and I left a little bit early after one of his iconic songs. And then I was walking back to my car and I heard my other favorite song, and I was so upset that I missed it. I was so genuinely upset, and I was halfway out the door. I was pretty much out the venue. So I think, depending on the artist, depending on the parking situation, it's okay to leave a bit early. But also just put it into perspective, if you paid a lot of money for those tickets, just think of how much each minute is worth dollar-wise.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think it can also Maybe depend on if you have kids. If it's a late
Yeah.
game and you can kind of tell they're getting tired, maybe it's better to just get out of there a little bit early. If it's just you and your husband or it's just you and your wife and you're both like, all right, well, I'm content. I saw what I had to see, and you skedaddle early. I am definitely someone who is okay with leaving a few minutes early, but once again, it kind of depends on the artist. It depends on the game.
Yeah.
If I was to be watching a Minnesota Wild playoff game and they're up 7-1 in the third period.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's basically over, but it's a playoff game. Those tickets are $1 gajillion. I'm sitting in here until they dang near throw me out, and I'm buying as many beers as possible.
There we go. I was in the marching band in college, and we had to stick around for the entire football game. And college football is long.
It can be, yes.
It can be so long, exhausting,
lopsided scores. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But that feeling, after a final few minute win, that is so cool. That is so exciting.
Yeah, or a big comeback.
Yes,
is
a comeback.
So awesome.
It is so good, and also if you stick around, you can see some stuff that you might not normally see on TV. You know?
Yeah.
So I think, man. For sports games, I am leaning more towards you stay for the entire thing. And for concerts, depending on the artist, you can skip out. I usually leave before the encore, but with Taylor Swift, I was there for every moment of that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, well, let us know what you think. We have this up on Facebook. You can also, of course, message us on the K92.3 app. That's always a great way to get a hold of us. Or give us a call at 833-4985. K92.3, and are you someone who will leave a concert, a game early, to either beat traffic or, it's a blowout and you kind of don't care about the rest? Or are you one of those people, I paid hard-earned money, or I was caller number 9 from the radio station. I have these tickets. I am getting my penny's worth. Let us know on Facebook or the K92.3 app.
Yeah, I am the person who will leave early for a concert, but I'm starting to change my tune when it comes to sports ball games.
Sure.
Because I'm getting into them, and I feel like each moment matters most of the time.
Yeah. And it depends. Just because it's a blowout game doesn't mean there might not be some historical moment in the game.
Yeah.
And with sports, I'm kind of with you. I got to watch the biggest comeback in the history of the NFL, thank goodness, because of my wife.
Yeah.
The Vikings 2 years ago, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I think it was right before your wedding.
Yeah, we went to, it was in around Christmas.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But they were down 33 or something, 31-0 at half, and came back and won. And I know by the kind of late in halftime, third quarter-ish, I was like, you want to just go across the street and get some food and whatever, then not spend $20 on a plate of nachos. And she was like, well, let's just walk around U.S. Bank. I haven't really checked it out that much. And we did, and we saw the biggest comeback of all time.
That's
so it was pretty
absolutely cool. But we got some good comments on Facebook. Jason said depends.
Right on.
I'm hoping the circumstances, not the adult diapers.
And nothing wrong with that either.
You stay so long, you need them.
That's right.
Samra said, I stay, enjoy the whole thing, and leave late.
Hey, there you go.
Honestly, if you leave late, you don't have to worry about traffic.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can do after games is just go check out the local scene for a minute.
Exactly. Missy said, depends on if the concert is good. If it's not, I will leave early.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Or if you you hear the song you want to hear and then you're good. If you're not a diehard fan.
Yeah.
I went to go see the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and I was waiting for them to do Fishing in the Dark.
Right.
And of course, it's their second to last song.
Yeah,
and I was so what are we doing here? Mark said what Missy said, or depending on who's in the sporting event and the score of the game, too many variables.
Yeah, there are a lot more variables, I think, in sports than potentially a concert, I'd say. So it can be a little different.
Yeah.
And at least with a sporting event, there is a clock. You know when the game is over.
Well, most of the time, depending on the artist, you probably have a good idea for when the concert is over too. If you're like me, you're looking up the set list. You're trying to figure out you look up the set list.
You don't look up the set list of every show you've been to.
Most concerts, I look up the set list.
I refuse to believe that.
Most concerts, I look up the set list so I know when I can leave.
Whose have you looked up other than Taylor Swift this year?
George Strait.
Oh, there's one.
What other concerts have I been to? I'm trying to think of what. Can you name any other concerts I've been to?
No.
I can't either. No, but I did it for George Strait. I did it for Chris Stapleton last year. I did it for Kenny Chesney last year. You look up the set list and then you figure out which songs you want to stay for, and then you're like, okay, once this song goes, we go.
Fair enough.
Frank said I'd leave my own funeral to beat traffic.
I love that. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. The Olympics underway. I mean, we are full force Olympics right now. And I've watched more Olympics, I think, in this summer than
Same.
Probably in years past. And I think a lot of that, thank goodness, has to do with streaming.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have
Shameless
cable at the
plug
house. Yeah.
for Peacock.
Yeah. So it's kind of easier to keep track of, I think.
Yeah, like I wasn't a big fan of of course I was going to watch the Olympics. I was going to watch the opening ceremonies, but I wasn't a fan of the actual watching of the sports until this year, until I started watching it on Peacock. Now I'm keeping up with the skating, the surfing, the basketball, and the rugby. Oh my gosh, the rugby game yesterday was wild to watch, where the women's rugby team for Team USA ended up getting a bronze medal. That was so cool to watch.
Yes, and with the Olympics, we want to know, what is the Olympic moment that you remember? When you think of the Olympics, this comes to mind. For some people, it might be, the dream team when they beat every team by 44 points, or in 96, Muhammad Ali lighting the candle in Atlanta. Whatever it is for you, we want to know. I know for me, no doubt, it's the 2008 Olympics.
That was Beijing, right?
That's exactly when it was.
That was the first one that I was conscious of the Olympics. I thought.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah. And the reason it sticks out in my mind so much is that is the year Michael Phelps broke the record for the most gold medals by a single athlete. But there was one race in particular that some have dubbed the greatest race in all of sports. Not just swimming, but all of sports. And there was just such a heightened race because the favorite going into it was France.
Yeah.
We were, it was one of the very few races Michael Phelps was in that it wasn't he's automatically going to win.
Yeah.
And so what made it even better is France let the local press know that they were kind of talking a little smack. Hey, we're going to dominate, yada, yada, yada. And so we were not favorited to win. And lo and behold, we do, in one of the greatest relays of all time, one of the greatest moments. My brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, we start screaming. We're up yelling off the couch. I remember where I was, who was there, how exciting it was to watch this race, which you can see on the K92.3 app. For me, that's the first thing I think of when I think of the Olympics. A lot of those things in the 90s, I probably wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
But let us know for you. Which one for you, Carrie? Do you have one?
I think Beijing Olympics was big because my sister's adopted from China. So my entire family took an extra interest in that one for sure.
Sure.
But I think the Sochi opening ceremonies, for some reason, that was just a big one for me. But I think, again, I'm just, I'm a fair weather fan of the Olympics. I enjoy what it represents. I'm finally getting into it now. But the moment that really kind of stuck with me was when Simone Biles admitted that she was going to be stepping away from the Olympics. She would be kind of passing on last year's Olympics because of mental health issues.
Sure.
And it kind of showed me oh, you got to prioritize your mental health before, your job, before other things, because then you can come back a few years later and just kill it and make history like she's doing this year.
Yeah, yeah. So we want to know for you, what's that moment, that Olympic moment you remember, the most iconic Olympic moment in your opinion? Let us know on the K92.3 app or Facebook. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. We end today's program with a little game we like to call Celebrities Gabriel Doesn't Know. It's like falling off a cliff. I can't whistle. Still can't. I've been looking up YouTube. My wife and I have tried to figure out how to do this. I can't.
You, a grown man with his own home, a wife, is spending time when you're not at work trying to learn how to whistle?
Hey, you know what?
I'm not gonna.
You know what?
Yuck your yum.
Sometimes you just gotta find a way to pass 10 minutes.
Today is July 31st. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. You share a birthday with this 26-year-old who played Manny Delgado on Modern Family.
Oh, I know that show is mad popular. I have no idea.
Rico Rodriguez the second.
Beautiful. All right.
I wouldn't have accepted Rico Rodriguez the first.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
Because he's the second.
Yeah, he's the second. This 35-year-old is Robin Williams' daughter. She was on the Freeform series Dead of Summer and has guest starred on Teen Wolf and Stitchers.
All right. Young Williams.
Zelda Williams, which is a cool name.
Cool video game. Okay. I never played it, but people love that.
There we go. Are you a big fan of Avenged Sevenfold?
A big fan? No, but I do know an Avenged Sevenfold song.
Okay. Do you know who the Avenged Sevenfold singer is? Because he's 43 years old today.
Nope.
That's M. Shadows.
Oh, wait a second. This dude is a voice actor in Call of Duty?
Yeah, Black Ops.
Let me see this guy. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
This 45-year-old played Ryan on The Office. He went from being Michael's intern to being his boss. He was in The Office finale, and he was in that movie with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, where he makes a podcast.
Yeah.
His name is VJ Novak.
There we go. You got it. Okay. This 46-year-old is a country superstar. You might know him and his band by some hits known as Chicken Fried, Toes, and Knee Deep.
That'd be Zach.
Zach Brown.
Zach Brown.
There we go. Okay.
Not Zach Orange. Zach Brown.
Zach Brown. Not Zach Brack. Ooh, Zach Black?
Sure.
There we go. This 59-year-old woman is a British writer who gave us Harry Potter, and she shares the same birthday with her main character, Harry Potter.
Come on now, let's go. JK?
Yeah, J.K. Rowling. There we go.
JK Rowling, yeah. Harry Potter's birthday is July 31st.
Yeah.
That's her birthday as well?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I remember that fun fact from when I was a big Harry Potter kid.
Oh, JK?
This 66-year-old is the Dallas Mavericks owner. He's one of the few people who became billionaire off the first .com boom. And he sold broadcast.com for $5.9 billion in Yahoo stock. And he's also on Shark Tank.
Yeah, that'd be Dallas Mavericks owner, you said? Yeah, that's Mark Cuban.
Yeah, there we go.
Not to be confused with the Link. Cuban Link?
Oh.
I thought you'd like that.
Or the Rubin. Mark Rubin.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to move on to people who are no longer with us. This man died in 1979, and he played Lurch on The Addams Family.
Oh, I know nothing about the Addams Family. Hot take. I think, though, not the new one with Wednesday. That show is fire on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Addams Family, generally, for me, has always just been so boring.
I love The Addams Family. I love the old TV show, love the movies, really into it.
Hot take from this side of the table. I think those movies stink.
I just want a relationship like Morticia and Gomez. Is that too much to ask for?
No.
Okay, thank you. Today is National Mutt Day. It's also National Jump for Jelly Beans Day. And it's 30 days until Labor Day weekend.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, we hope you have an excellent day. Today is National Mutt Day?
Yeah.
Come on, Nona. Let's go, Nona. My dog's a mutt.
There we go.
Which is just a mixed kind of breeded dog. Her birthday, her 1 year birthday is in about 5 days. My
That's
sweet
cool.
little dog will be 1 year old.
I don't know how old, when my cat's birthdays are, because they were born,
You just do kind of the day you got them.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
They don't know any better.
They won't understand.
Yeah, that's right. All right, the world's full of nice people. If you can't find one, you got to be one.